Hello, and a very warm welcome from me, Rachel Smith, Business Grower. Welcome to this series of inspiring stories from my amazing clients who I've had the absolute privilege to work and support. This is just a collection of entrepreneurial stories to inspire and motivate you. So regardless of where you are in your business, there'll be some real gems that you're going to take away from these interviews. I'm absolutely delighted to welcome my client Jen Stiles to this interview today, and I'm just going to dive straight into the interview. You know, we're busy with it, let's get on with it, let's get into the kind of content and hear Jen's story. So a very warm welcome to you today, Jen.
Hi Rachel, how are you doing?
I'm very well, thank you.
Good.
Jen, could you just give a more formal introduction than I have to you and your business? Tell us more about you and your business.
Okay, thanks Rachel. So I'm Jen. I have two roles in my business. Primarily my first one, my first love, is as an intuitive holistic massage therapist. So I help people heal through the medium of massage. And then secondly, I recently became a creative makeup artist, and Halloween is my absolute favourite time of year. Lots and lots of blood and gore and lots of creativity. So I love working with glitter, gems, feathers, blood, gore, anything like that. So yeah, that's what I do.
Fantastic, thanks, Jen. So how long have you been actually running your business?
The massage side of things has been 3.5 years, although I have been massaging my friends and family for over 25 years now, so it's very intuitive. And then the makeup side has been the last 12 months.
Okay, and what was the transition from being a therapist to deciding that also you had a passion in makeup? What happened there?
That a number of my clients have rosacea, which, if you don't know, it can be quite a sore skin inflammation on your face, and a number of scars as well that are left by infections. So they were asking, you know, what makeup can I use to camouflage this? So that's how I decided to go the more formal route of going through an actual professional makeup qualification that covers camouflage and scars and things like that. So that's how it sort of came about. But the actual love of it as a professional makeup course came with the special effects and creating injuries and using feathers and glitter and stuff. So that's how that happened.
So you actually run a multiple levels of business then, you know, you're the alternative therapist, plus you've got the creative makeup side as well.
Yes, yeah, I think the massage has been my calling from when I was sort of a teenager. I originally wanted to be a physiotherapist, but got put off at the thought of having to sit and watch operations. Strange now, given that I love blood and gore. So that's how I started massaging people and making people feel better. And then, yeah, the creative side's just sort of come out this last year that actually it tends to flow now. And yes, very busy this time of year. It's lovely.
I love this time of year as well.
Yes, Halloween.
Halloween. So you've been running your own holistic business for 3.5 years. You know, what have those 3.5 years been like for you, Jen?
Gosh, my initial reaction has got to be a roller coaster. To start off with, it was, yeah, this is what I'm going to do. This is my calling. I'm going to massage people, which is great. And then you have to know how to do it. So you learn the skill. But then there's so many other hats that you have to wear. I knew that I didn't want to work for anybody else because of the way that I am, so intuitive. And yeah, it was so many hats, marketing, attracting your ideal client, so many things that I didn't know that I had to know about. I just thought, okay, you learn your trade and off you go. So yeah, it's been hard work. Still doing it, still here, and yeah, still very passionate about what I do. Definitely.
And is your business the same now as it was when you started out 3.5 years ago?
No, definitely not. As I've worked on me, it's evolved, and certainly the last 12 months it has changed dramatically. Going from the learning the massage by the book and doing it by the book, I now actually do it how I think you need it to be done, and it's a lot more freedom. It flows a lot better. The connection to clients and the connection that they have with themselves is a lot deeper. So the healing is a lot more effective. It goes so much deeper because they're actually engaging with themselves. And yeah, so from working in a salon, back of a hairdresser's, which is where most massage therapists start, being called a beautician, which I'm not, I never have been. I've always been a massage therapist, to working from home and now looking to expand into sort of a dedicated premises with either physiotherapists, chiropractors, complementary health practitioners. It's just grown, it's changed. It's not part of the beauty scene anymore. It's about the healing and the connection that you need with yourself to do the things that you need to do. And the change in clients as well has been, they've grown, their outlook's changed, their confidence has increased, and they actually make themselves a priority.
And I love that, Jen, because I mean today, even as an entrepreneur or a non-entrepreneur, life is so busy, and we see all these really vital messages that we need to be more present and connected, but we don't have the tools to be able to do that because life is geared up to go at 100 miles an hour. So the fact that you're here providing a space and an opportunity for people to do that deep healing, whatever that needs to be, is absolutely brilliant. I love it.
Yeah, I mean, the connection that's been happening the last 6 weeks or so has just been growing, and people now, because I've changed from being this is how it's always done to actually, no, this is how I want to do it, and the flow is better. The clients have just changed a huge amount, and they're actually going out and saying to people, come and see this lady because this is what I get from it. And they're actually saying, you need to make yourself a priority to other people who are in the same boat that they were a few weeks ago.
I love that. I love how your clients become your advocate. It's like that's the best possible feedback that you can get from somebody else who's, going out there and saying, hey, you need to come and work with Jen. It's very powerful work. That's amazing.
Yeah, it came as a bit of a surprise that they were doing that. But yeah, we've obviously reached the right level, and as I work on me, because it's a two-way street. You can't heal people if you're not doing it yourself. And that's not healing people, it's helping people to heal. You do need to walk your talk.
You do.
And make sure that you're doing what you recommend to other people. And as I'm doing that, it's having such a positive impact.
But I love that journey that you've been on, that you set up as a beauty therapist in the back of a salon.
Yeah.
And now you're totally owning the fact that, yes, you understand all the different methods, and I know that you go and do loads of training courses, so it's not like you ditched the training courses or anything like that. But you understand intuitively, and from that whole library of resources that you have invested in, and you understand how to treat that individual when they walk through your door. I love that.
Yeah. Yes, I think that's sometimes one of the things that surprises people, that I know where their pain is before they've even told me. Sometimes it's good, sometimes it's not. So yeah, I can just focus on the bit that they need focusing on instead of doing the whole full body massage. Actually, you can have an hour just based on this bit if that's what you need. Yeah, love it.
Brilliant. I love it too. So what have been some of the big challenges for you, you know, from the kind of point where you were 3.5 years ago to where you are now?
Oh gosh, I guess it's trying to be good at everything. Yeah, I think that's the biggest one for me, is that, you know, I should be good at promoting myself and doing my posters and going out networking and doing my accounts and building my website. I should be good at all of that. And that's my pressure on me. It's nobody else's, it's all me. Yeah, so I learned to delegate, basically.
That's what I was going to ask you. It's kind of like we all have this little voice in our head saying that you should do this and you should be like that and you should be like this person and you should be doing these things and blah, 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 blah. It's like, how did you shut down that should and learn to delegate? You know, how did that happen?
My graphic designer that I have, who did my brochures for me, I created a poster for Valentine's Day, not last year, the year before, and I showed it to him and he just said, leave it with me. That was all he had to say, was just leave it with me. And what he came up with was absolutely phenomenal and so much better than my little PowerPoint thing that I'd done. And it sort of started from that point, that actually these people are good in their own field. You know, when you're ill, you go and see a doctor. When you need a loan, you go and see the bank manager. You know, you go and see the experts in their field. So I learned that I didn't have to be an expert. I just had to know who the experts were. And
be the expert at what you do best.
Yeah. And since I've done that, then obviously it's freed up so much more time to become who I am now.
It's a shift, isn't it, that you've been talking about that's happened. That's awesome. That's really, really cool. So what would you say that the most, as an entrepreneur, what's the biggest thing that you've learned about yourself that's made a positive impact on your business?
Oh, I'm not sure if there's one sort of thing. Oh gosh. Let me have a think. I guess if it doesn't feel right, don't do it.
Yeah. So it's kind of going back to self.
Yeah, and there are things that I learnt when I first started out as a therapist that I didn't actually understand why I was doing them, and there was no connection. So I don't do them now. I do what I have connection with and what feels right and what flows. And certainly on the makeup side, I'm not attracted to brides as such. I do bridal makeup, but if you give me blood and gore, the creativity is so much better. So yeah, I guess it's finding out what I'm actually attracted to and recognizing that feeling.
Yeah, that kind of. And what is that feeling for you, Jen, when you feel it?
Oh, I don't know. Don't know if there's words to describe that. I guess if you've ever drunk whiskey and you get that nice warm pit in your stomach, it's like that. It's just, it feels right. They always say, where you've met your husband, and that's just it. It's right.
Yeah.
So.
That deep intuition, isn't it?
Yeah.
We're learning more and more to tap into. Yeah. Yes. So here we are, 3.5 years on. Business has evolved. It is still evolving. You are evolving. what single piece of advice would you give to another businesswoman who is kind of looking at running this type of business, or is at the beginning stage of running this type of business? You know, what would be that single most poignant thing that you could share with that person?
Oh gosh, I've probably got about 3 things that were quite important to me. So I guess the first one would be, don't compare yourself with anybody else. You're here to do the job, the role that you're here to do, and they're there to do theirs. So whether they're in your field or not, just don't compare. You know, it's not a race. You do things at the time that's right for you. And then get help. Yeah. If you are stuck, get help.
Yeah.
And you know that's what the experts are there for. Don't struggle on with it. Sometimes an objective point of view is the kick that you need that will reignite your passion, and just help you where you didn't actually know you needed help. So yeah, I guess those 2, don't compare and then get help.
Yeah, that's brilliant, because I think we're all guilty of comparison, comparisitis. It's that kind of, it's the ability to stalk other people, isn't it? Either online or offline, and kind of make that comparison. But sometimes we're comparing ourselves, our beginning point, to somebody's midpoint or end point.
Yeah, yeah.
This game for many years, so it's not a true comparison then.
No, and everything comes at the time that is right for you. So yes, they might be at their midpoint and you might have accelerated past it, but then you might have a bit where they then suddenly overtake you and you think, what are they doing that I'm not doing? Just run your own race. And
the thing is that we're all different. It's like the way that you do your business will be completely different to another massage therapist way of doing her business. So even when I said that you're doing that comparison and it's kind of against the wrong thing, even when you're looking at one massage therapist to another, it's still against the wrong thing, isn't it? Because it's like comparing apples and pears. You were very different to another massage therapist.
Yeah, we're all individual, and those people who need to be treated, looked after by us, and I guess the same goes for you, Rachel. You know, like attracts like. You get the people who actually need to work with you, and if they don't, then that's fine. You know, it doesn't matter. You will then open the door up for somebody else who needs to come in.
I love that. I struggled with that so much in my early days, kind of pushing, you know, being desperate for sale, and that is totally the wrong frequency to come at business, isn't it?
Yeah, I trained in acrylic nail extensions, and I haven't done a set since I trained in it because it's just so not me. So false, and you know, there's nothing wrong with them if that's what you like, but it is not for me. Because it's not what I'm supposed to do.
Yeah. And what would it feel like if you were doing things in your business that didn't feel right? What would that feel like?
It feels totally wrong. It doesn't. I don't enjoy it. It doesn't make sense. It doesn't flow. It's a lot harder than it should be. You know, I can do a set of acrylic nails in an hour, but I don't really want to.
But I think that's a really important message for anybody listening to this, is that if you are feeling those things or something similar to what Jen's just described, that where everything's hard, it's a really good chance that you're out of alignment. And just with a little bit of shifting and changing, you can get yourself back into flow, back in falling in love with your business, and working with those clients who just totally like you up, as you do now, Jen.
Yeah, absolutely. Whenever I do a massage, it is the most relaxing experience for both of us. Me, because I go somewhere else and it just flows, and them, obviously, because they're getting relaxed. and they're getting what they need. And the same with the makeup. When it's flowing, it's so relaxing, and there's no stress in it at all. And that's what it should be like. It shouldn't be stressful in it's Monday, I hate Mondays. I don't have that problem.
I know it's nice, isn't it?
It's lovely.
Brilliant. Okay, so how can more people find out about you, Jen? Whereabouts are you located, and where do you hang out so you can find out more about you?
Well, my makeup is on Instagram. So I am Jen Styles MUA, which is all lowercase. And I also have Jen Styles Professional Makeup Artist on Facebook. There is also on Facebook Hanlon Hardy and Styles. I'll post links and everything with this. And yeah, LinkedIn as well is another place that I am, which is Jen Styles, and that will have intuitive holistic massage therapist, because there are a number of Jen Styles, and creative makeup artists on it.
And then in terms of the holistic massage, whereabouts do you hang out online?
That is the same. So the Hanlon Hardy and Styles on Facebook. I have a website as well, www.hanlonhardyand, so that's HANLON HARDYANDSTYLES.co.uk. So I didn't think, when you create your website and your domain name, get a short one.
Yeah.
So much easier.
Definitely. I totally agree with that one, Jen. Thank you very much. And then in terms of an opportunity for people to come and work with you, what's the best way for somebody to find out more about what you've got to offer, Jen?
On my Facebook page, so the Hanlon Hardy and Styles page, that's where you find everything. At the moment, I've got the most amazing package that's called Balance and Harmony. It's something that I actually really love doing. It can be done anywhere in the world. You don't have to be with me physically. So that's 3 Reiki sessions that are spaced out over 6 weeks. It helps to relax your mind, rejuvenate your body, and revive your soul. So that's for people who are, juggling everything. You've got the babies juggling in one hand, the husband on the other, the cat, the dog, work, the car, all of these things that are just going all over the place. And that's a one-off investment of £125.
Reiki, can't beat it, can you?
Oh, it's amazing. I sent some Reiki to a marathon runner.
Oh, you did?
I did. I asked for him to beat his time by 9 minutes and 45 seconds, and he beat it by 5 minutes.
Very good.
So,
very good.
Complain at that.
Yeah, very good. Well, Jen, thank you so much for your time this afternoon. I really appreciate you coming in and sharing your story. I love, the journey that you've been on for the last 2.5 years. I'm very excited to see what happens in the next 12 months.
I know, me too.
I know. It's kind of building momentum, and it's evolving, isn't it? And it's really exciting to see what happens in the next 12 months. So thank you very much for coming.
Thank you for having me.
Very lovely. That concludes our interview with Jen today. And if you love what I've been sharing, the conversations that Jen and I have been having today, and if you're interested in understanding how you can grow your amazing business, you can find out more about me over my Facebook page, which is Rachel Smith Business Grower, or you can come and join my free group, which is Living Abundant Life. There are tons of daily, I've been doing some book kicking in there recently, but kind of tons of support, accountability, and resources that's going to help make you be able to attract more clients like Jen gracefully into your business. Okay, until next time, bye for now.